Morning. It's June 13th, 7 a.m. I left Agua Dulce at about 6, a little before 6, and did a kind of a road walk out of town, a couple miles maybe. Now I'm on the trail. I'm headed for, well, I'm just trying to do a roughly a 20-mile day today. See how that works. Still breaking in new shoes. I actually feel a little better, a little more roomy this morning, so I have good insoles in them. I think they just take time to pack out. Really, this time of year we're just kind of blessed as hikers with this kind of weather. It's overcast, there's fog up above on the mountains, and so that's all good. It just limits the amount of water that you need to carry. I'm actually carrying 2 liters now. I better drink some of that down. And yeah, although I do sweat so much that if I stop right now, I gotta pull another layer over. I just really freeze up. So got into Agua Dulce last night. Went to a pizza place, had some pizza, a salad, and had some AC on, I think, or it was just cold in there to me. I eventually started shivering. I had to put a sweater and a rain jacket on over. But, well, last night a whole bunch of hikers stayed, probably 20 at least, stayed at this place called Serenity Oasis. It sounds like a place you'd get a hot stone massage or something, but it's just this guy, Farmer John. He has a house, and he has this lot out back where he's built a outhouse with a flush toilet and dishwashing station. Lots of picnic tables are covered, lots of places to put tents up, and yeah, it's walking distance to the 2 restaurants in town that I saw, and it was really nice. He's a nice guy. He asked for a $20 donation, covers everything that they have, and then he also sells hiker supplies, snacks and stuff. And as far as I could tell, he marks them up a little bit. It's kind of a convenience fee. It wasn't a lot. Not as much as some stores seem to charge. So, yeah. Thank you, Farmer John. Yeah, so just kind of keep a nice even pace today. Keep it relaxed. And get to around 20 miles. There's still apparently some intermittent streams flowing up ahead. So there's 2 solid water sources today. Apparently there's some intermittent streams too, so I'll probably pass if I have the stuff today. I'll pass the last one and go to a more intermittent one that's or a more seasonal one that seems to be flowing. We got 65 miles to a place called Hiker Town. It's gonna warm up by then, and I have to cross a little bit of the Mojave Desert there. It'll be about a 23 mile day. Oh, one more thing I did want to say, something about Pungo, friend Jeff. He got injured, and the day before yesterday, he had to get off trail and go home. We were able to get him a ride to LA yesterday, and he texted me from the airport, so he was at least at the airport waiting for a plane. So it's good. I'm glad he's going to good care, and sure miss him on the trail though. And I was talking to, kind of spreading the news to other folks on the trail last night, and they're all commenting on what a good guy he was, is. He's not dead. And so yeah, it was kind of a melancholy morning yesterday. I walked with someone called Picnic yesterday for a while. That kind of eased up the melancholy a little bit, but this morning I got out first, and I'm out alone, and so that I kind of missed that conversation, and also knowing that I have someone who's we're very compatible hikers, I think. So yeah, anyway Pungo, I hope everything's going well, and you're with your dogs and sitting in the pool and getting some care for your back. Take care. Oh man, I've been up in this cloud for a while, and just walking along just doing this grassy climb. I showed you the grasses earlier, but now up in the cloud, all the grasses are just soaking wet with water, and you pass by this little grass here, and it's like someone throws a pint of water on you. I'm just utterly soaked. Got to keep moving, or else it'll be cold. But just utterly soaked. I mean, I could wring out every stitch of clothing right now, and I'm still going up into the cloud. So, boy, times when you have to keep a good attitude. On the other hand, being up in this cloud, oh man, look at that. Just starting to clear there. Still gonna be wet for a while, but I have a chance of some sun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it's been a good morning. It is 9:30. Well, 8.53 miles. Pretty big hill. So, not too bad. I mean, in principle, I could go 10 miles by 10 o'clock. That's kind of what I like to shoot for. But, not too bad. Look at the major climb of the day over with, and climbing through that cloud with all that grass, and it was so wet that I'm just like soaked. I'm just utterly soaked. Just everywhere I could wring water out of my clothes. And then you get in the sun, and that feels good. And like here, there's a shady spot, and I'm sure that all those grasses and shrubs there are holding water from those clouds. It's pretty cool how they rake water out of the clouds. That's kind of neat. Without it raining, so the ground is damp. So I'm at mile 463.3. Everybody wonders how water gets filtered here. I mean, there's lots of different ways of filtering water, but this is kind of one that most people have settled on. So I have this knock bag. It's just you can pull this guy off and collect water in there. So this is my dirty water bag. And then this guy goes back on. And this Sawyer water filter screws on here. It has the same thread as like a 2-liter bottle does. Like these smart water bottles are pretty good. And it just screws on there, and you squeeze the water through it. And what you're squeezing it through is some hollow glass fibers that have a pore size of 10 microns or less. So I'll typically just have this little blue fitting coveted out here, and typically just screw a bottle on there, not tight, so you get some air through, and then you just squeeze the water through. It'll gravity filter, but you can add a little pressure and squeeze it through, and so you're just squeezing it through a filter that filters out any sort of bacteria, and especially Giardia is like I think it's a 4-celled organism, so it's pretty big compared to this filter, so protects you from any of those gastrointestinal diseases. Yeah, that's how it works. And then, so the one thing you have to watch about this filter is that if it freezes at night with water in it, it's done for. It's not going to filter water anymore. You'll break the glass fibers. And then occasionally, certainly when I get into town, you can back flush this. So you can take some clean water and run it back through it and kind of tap the filter, and you'll see some muddy sediment will come out. And that increases the flow. This is slowing down a little bit, I can tell. It's due for a back flush. Maybe I'll do that in Hikertown. Morning. It's 7 a.m. on June 14th. Let's see, yesterday, a couple eventful things. The main thing, well, I walked 24 miles yesterday. This is my second longest day. But I discovered that my shoes, my new shoes that I got in wherever I was last, are half size too small. So that really sucked yesterday. I was just toes touching the front, grinding on the heels, especially on my right foot. And there's nothing I can do about it right now, except just try to solve the problem with what I have. So what I'm doing is walking in these shoes without the insoles in, and that gives me a little extra room. And it feels okay. It feels like, maybe just walking in old shoes. But I'm going to have to replace these, and so I don't have any phone signal. I haven't had any signal for a couple of days. So I sent Carol a satellite message, and she's going to work on that. I'm grateful for that. So I have some options. I'm going to try to
maybe when I reach this place called Hikertown tomorrow afternoon. It's about 38 miles away. I'm going to see if someone can take me in somewhere and get me some shoes, or maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be a pair of big shoes that I could walk the rest of the way to Hatchapee in. The walking from Hikertown includes a 20-ish mile stretch across the Mojave that's just mostly flat. I don't know if, all things considered, these would probably do fine across that. Then I wouldn't have wanted to go to Tehachapi, and Carol can. So, plan today is just about 20 miles even to a place called Sawmill Camp, where there's some water. Surprising amount of water yesterday. I've passed up a lot of water sources. Camped last night at the, I should have camped up higher. That was my first instinct, but I somehow, for some reason, I just wanted to get down to this fire station. It's It's kind of a remote fire station. And yeah, I did. And they have water and stuff and a place to camp and nice guys. But the traffic going by there is just incredible. So I still slept okay. So yeah, I've done my first big climb of the morning, couple-mile climb. Now I got a hopefully a pretty cruisy day. It's not, doesn't look too bad. I mean, I can turn this around and show you this. Trail kind of heads up that way and just keeps on going. It's mostly a downhill trail today. So yeah, so hoping to get, ooh, ouch, that stung. Oh, I got bit by a black fly. So moving at a pretty good clip now on pretty nice trails. The other thing about, those shoes yesterday was the trail was like this right side shelf trail for miles, and it was just like slightly sloped down into the canyon, so you're just constantly walking on that slope, that left to right slope, right to left in this case, downward. Yeah, so blah blah blah, wow. Today, the key today is just going to be to have a good attitude. Just feel and hope that this shoe solution is a good one for a while. And yeah, better days ahead. There we go. It's 11:20 and I'm at the top-ish of the second big hill I have to climb today. I got 9 miles to where I want to camp today, which will make it a 20-mile day. That's the Mojave Desert out there. There's some windmills off in the distance. I had a nice chat with Carol down at Lake Hughes Road. Got some signal down there, and she's taking care of my shoes. She sounds like as soon as she got my GPS on my satellite message, she went down to the store and got me some new shoes. It's amazing. Thank you, Carol. And they're going to be in Tehachapi, so I'll have to go with these, this setup for a while. I'm walking with no insoles in these shoes. It's really not bad. It's fine. So if my feet start to hurt, which they haven't, I won't overdo it. But yeah, so that's good. I have new shoes in Tehachapi. And let's see what else. Tomorrow morning early, I'll hit 500 miles, so I'm well over any distance I've hiked before now, and that's cool. Yeah, so the rest of the day is just kind of rolling
rolling in slightly upward to camp where there should be some water. And I showed you a picture of the spring. I just got water at that very nice spring. It was so shady there. So try to find another shady place in a while. Looks like we might have some stands of trees and have some lunch. Alright, here's the next obstacle for today. I just entered a burned area, and that means that this kind of advantageous weed poodle dog bush, not making that up, shows up. You really don't want to touch that. I've seen pictures of people with the blisters it causes. It's all over here, and apparently some places right in the middle of the field. Here's a whole big bunch of it. Smells like weed. Leaves even kind of look like it, but ooh, there's some right there. Zoinks. So I got to be extra careful for a little while and thread the needle through here. I don't want to end up affected by this stuff. Here it is right here. 0.8 miles left in the day. I don't usually show this part of the day, but this is the way it is. Last mile's always kind of slow. I just came out of I went through that big burn, and it had a lot of poodle dog bush. It's funny, there's a cistern in there. What they do is they build a concrete slab, and it collects runoff water into a tank below. But everybody was out here today just laughing about it because there's just no way you could get to it. It was just completely surrounded in thick poodle dog bush, and nobody's going to risk trying to get through that. I'm sure I brushed by a few plants today. Nothing major, but let's hope it's not enough to make a rash. Toes hurt in the shoes, and my right foot, I'm pretty sure I'm working on a blister on the side of my big toe, so I'll have to clean that up and assess that tonight and see how it goes. Made a pretty good time. I mean, I had a few stops. It's 3:45. So that's, excuse me, that's been happening all afternoon. So many bugs in the air. Unless you breathe through your nose, they are gonna get in your mouth. Over the last few days, I've probably swallowed 20 little bugs, little flies. A lot of protein. Chitin is the name of the protein, I think. Hi everybody. Coming to you from about mile 498 on the Pacific Crest Trail. It's afternoon, almost to where I'm going to camp today. Just wanted to stop for a second and, well, I'm not really stopping. And wish you all a great summer. I hope you all have a terrific summer, get some rest. I sure enjoy working with all of you, and I miss you guys. Take care.